Alright, what's up guys? Actually, it's just funny, I think I just started, I just stopped filming the end of the, I think the 5th or 6th iteration of what will be the Fooling Around podcast series, and I'm about to, film the first one right now, so let's go ahead and get a jog going. So, like I said in the original video, I want to do 5 basic questions that I'll be asking everybody, and hopefully these will be 5 questions that won't really be too politicized, and I'll elicit different answers from everyone that I'm asking. So first, of course, the first question would be, if I'm asking someone else, how do I know you? But of course it's me, so I'll just say, 1, my name is Wes. I'm currently 26 years old, and I'm born in Santa Cruz, California. Actually, we're running outside my old stomping grounds, old high school, SoCal High School, here in Santa Cruz, California. And then second question, what do I do for work? I am currently in graduate school. Just finished my first year of DPT school, which is Doctorate of Physical Therapy, and I'm currently at Azusa Pacific University, enjoying it a lot. And really, my prior experiences are just in either working as an aide at a physical therapy clinic or working as a personal trainer, and the only other thing that I've made any money in is working as a mover, either for Craigslist side jobs or working for Habitat for Humanity Santa Cruz Restore. And to get into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty of things, the first question that I have is, what is a current issue that I feel like current issue or cause that I feel like is important, but I don't feel like gets the necessary attention that it deserves in the news. And the cause or issue that I've chosen is the fact that I don't feel like people, either with different viewpoints, either religiously or ideologically, or people who live in different geographical areas, I feel like they don't necessarily have enough conversations or are open to debates as much as I believe they should be. I do think one of the reasons why we live in such a polarized world right now, with 2 differing political parties, and why people are so quick to dismiss or judge people with differing views because they've never had an open and honest conversation with someone living a completely different life that they currently live in. Not to say that I completely agree with people who have differing viewpoints as me, but I feel like I more or less give them the opportunity to share their point. I try to stay as open as possible as I can, and I try to understand from their viewpoint of why they feel that certain way, and I try not to demonize them for their views, and if possible I try to explain my point, and if it comes to a point where we still disagree, then I think that is fine, but at least they understand where I'm coming from. They understand where I'm coming from, and I understand why they feel that way too. So at least there's just not that much animosity with it, and that's more or less what I'm hoping to get out of this YouTube series, is for everyone to learn a viewpoint of someone they don't know, and not so much so they can debate about it, but more so they can learn from, like I said, someone else that they don't know. And yeah, so the next question that I would ask is name a cause that's more so close to what I believe in, but I'd like to let more people know about it. I know it's kind of similar to the first, but when I worked it out in my head, I thought it made sense, but we'll see. Later on I might change it, but that cause or issue is the fact that I believe not exactly that consumerism is an issue, but I do think people use and buy stuff without thinking about the ramifications that it could play in terms of the planet or how they live their life. I'm not trying to say that I'm a minimalist, but I think lately throughout the years I've tried to make a more conscious decision about the things that I buy, the products that I consume, and my overall hope is that if people just thought about more about the stuff that they used and what the lifespan of those objects are, then maybe we'll be one step closer to our planet being a better place for ourselves and of course the generations who live after us. And then the last thing I want to talk about are my goals, either immediate within the year or till I die. I think my immediate goal, of course, is to graduate from DPT school, pass the board exams, and then I can actually have an income instead of being a student and sucking up resources. And then after that, I'd like to really develop this channel, see how far I can take it. And then after that, I've always kind of been into the tiny house movement. So if I can make one of those, or at least find a space where I could have my own place without really worrying about a huge mortgage, then that would be my goal. Of course, get big, That's why I made this channel, so I could teach all of you how to do that. I'm currently running at about 205 pounds right now. It's a new year, time to gain, time to grow. Let's see if you can get up to 225 by summer and still be able to run, and of course be able to lift. But yeah, that's just me and my life. Hopefully you learned a little something from me, and hopefully you'll be able to learn a little something from the friends and strangers that I hope to interview in the future. And with that, We'll see you next time.